Hello, my name is Amalie Schaefer and I'm with Systematic Excellence Consulting, and today I'm going to go over ClickUp Views. So in ClickUp, you have a number of ways to view your data, your tasks, projects, things like that. So what I'm in now is a template that we have. I put in some tasks here so you can actually see it working. And the views, which are right up here at the top, can be set at the list, the folder, or the space view, and even the everything view, which would show you everything inside of ClickUp. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through at the list level, and all of these things can be applied to the folder space and then even the everything. Wherever it would show everything. Okay, so this is the list view, and each one I think really comes down to how you prefer to see information, how your brain processes it, and what you're trying to gain from it. What information do you need from it? So here's the list view, and I have some tasks in here that I put some due dates on so you can see what it looks like. And then this is the board view. So this is very similar to Trello. And you kind of move them through the statuses here. And then this is the box view. So this is going to be you'll see each person that's assigned a task would have their own box. And you can see the different tasks that are listed here. If you want to click on a task, you can click on it. It'll open the task up completely there for you. But this will give you kind of a snapshot here and the progress for them getting done. So, and it says there's 3 tasks that are not done and 0 that are done. You can create a task from here, and then you can close them up or expand them. And this is telling you workload as well. And then the next view here, we can do the time estimate. So I added times to these, so you can also see the time estimate here. This is telling me that I have an unsaved view. I'm not going to save it. I don't normally use the box view, so I'm not going to save that, but that's what it's asking me. So I can auto save my view here so everyone will see that. Calendar view is the other one. I really like the calendar view, particularly when we're looking at planning for the month, content calendars, things like that. You can see the tasks. You can create tasks. You can move them around just by clicking and dragging. You can click on everyone. It'll show your team members. So you can select different people to see what their calendar looks like. And if you want to look at the task, you just click on it and it opens it up here for you. Excuse me. Again, you can create tasks here. Like I said, when we're looking at a full view of what we have going on for the month, or if we're planning a project, timelines, things like that, we'll use the calendar view for that. This is the Gantt chart. I personally don't use this, but it's here, and obviously you can, if this is something you prefer to see, you can look at it that way. You can change, if something, let's say we're going to change there we go. So this is going to be a start and end date. And again, to click on it, you just click on the task, and now it changed it from the start date to Saturday and then the end date for June 14th. And then I can always come back, and if I don't want it to be due that day, then I'll just have it due on the 7th. And then again, if you want to click on this, then you can see the task. And if you prefer, to see this kind of view, then that works for you, and you can add tasks here. And you can filter what you want to look at. You can look at everyone, and you can change the colors and the path calculations there. The next one is timeline. So it's similar to the Gantt chart here. And here you can see the tasks. If you click on this, if you want to open it to a new tab, it'll open it up. If not, you can click on the task, it'll open it up for you. And you can show overdue or unscheduled. Obviously, these are scheduled because I put due dates in there for them. And again, you can drag the task out to say when you want it due. And this is clicked here because I asked it to show me all subtasks and checklists that are assigned to me. Now here you can zoom out. So if you want to see a larger view of what's going on, or if you want to zoom in, you can, see what's going on. Okay, I want to see just this, the next few days. I can do that there. And you can also group by different things. So if I want to group by status, then it'll let me group by status, which is kind of a nice way to look at it. So I can see, okay, this is all the ones that are in the to-do, in progress, ready for review, that kind of thing. And maybe this one is ready for review. So I'll just move it down there. Now it's going to show me that, that this one got moved to ready for review. So that's another way to do that. And then activity view. This is just going to show you the activity that's been going on inside of this list. So you can kind of get a breakdown of what's going on. Workload. This is going to show the workload for me since I'm the one that's assigned the tasks. Okay, and so it's showing over capacity because so this is showing on an 8-hour basis, but because of the tasks that so now I can break it down and look, oh, okay, you know what, I'll just move this over to Thursday because I don't want it to be at capacity for 8 hours. And it's showing you, right, so I don't have any work scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I have 3 hours scheduled. We use this when we're looking at assigning tasks and projects to our team members. The workload's really nice because we can see, okay, are they maxed out? Do we need to move something around? And if we want to, I can move this over here, and then it's going to show the workload. So then it's splitting it up over the days. So it's splitting it up across the days that I've assigned it. If I just want it to be on Wednesday. Oops. Like this, then it's going to split it up over the 3 days as well. So it definitely helps with time management. And like I said, we use this when we are looking at assigning things to our team members. And you can do it by task, or you can do it by the time estimate. This is for sprint points. We don't use that personally, but you can opt to use that and organize it that way. You can group by assignee, and you would have to have the enterprise subscription in order to group by anything else. And then you can move forward into the different weeks of the month to see what's going on and what kind of things you have going on. And again, just over here, if you want to see everyone or specific people, you would just click on that and select the person on your team to see that. Now, table view, this is a lot like Airtable, this view in particular, and you can add additional columns. So I'll just add one. We use the asset folder link a lot. So that's how instead of putting it into the description of the task, we put it into a custom field. And then you can hide these if you don't want it. If you want to pin this column, hide this column, you can hide it. And then to see the task, you just open it up this way. And so this is just another view of the same information. You can add a task down here, just like in any other place. If we, and these are showing dependencies, that's what that's there for. So if we want to group by status, then what it did here for us is if I had multiple tasks that were ready for review, they would be listed under here, or same thing for in progress and to do. Assignee, it's going to group by assignee. Now I'm the only one that's assigned these tasks, so it's just going to be grouped for me. Even you can do due date. So now it's going to show overdue today, tomorrow. It'll show it that way. And if we want to see the subtasks, then it'll show us the subtasks. And these are when it has this little symbol, that's the subtasks. Now, the way that you add a view is clicking on view, and then you can select from the different views. Map is one that when there are tasks that are associated with a specific location. We don't personally use that. We all work remotely, so we don't need that. But that's there for you. And then there's a doc, a chat, embed, and a form. And I'll be going over these in future videos, but just know that that's where they are. So let's say you, let's say they're in the list view. You want to just have a view of your own tasks, but not everyone else's. You would just click on view. We're going to add a list, and it'll add a second list. And then that's where we can do, we can group by assignee. And, or let's, let's do due date. So we want to group by that. And this is in this view. So this is the view that we're working on right here. And then in this one is just the normal one. And you can rename them too. So if we wanted to call this one the task view, then task view would just live there. Or maybe it's the view. So if this is, it's not saving because I didn't save it. But if this is the view that you're going to have it organized by the assignee here, you would just set that, or by due date. So let's just say it's here. You would save this view. I'm not going to save it because we don't want it to be saved, but then what you can do is you'll have your task view, which might be this one where it's broken down by each person. And then you have your full list view where you can see everything. And you can do the same thing, have multiple views of each of these as well, which just helps you figure out, the best way for you to look at your data and figure out what you need. Again, you can do that. All of these settings are available for the folder and space level. So if we're looking at the, if we're looking at the folder here, oops. So we were in the blog list, so you can see that here. And if we're going to go to the, go to full content management, then we can see it gets I don't think with the board view, it can be a little bit much to see all of that at the same time. But if you wanted to use a board view, you might create a new view that just shows you all the to-do lists or all the things that are ready for review in the board view. Otherwise, this is going to show you everything. And what we can do is we can actually show empty statuses. We want to show, maybe you want to see closed tasks, subtasks, all of that. That would be available to you. And then again, you'd be able to do the same thing with the box view. I don't have, these are templates, so I don't have any other, I don't have anything assigned in these, so it won't show. It'll be mostly unassigned. Yeah, so, okay. So that is views in ClickUp, and I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Amalie, and I'm with Systematic Excellence Consulting. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel to catch our future videos. If you're looking for any additional help or support, there is a link in the comments or in the description to book a free call and see if there's a way for us to support you so you can get yourself set up in ClickUp. Thank you so much.